Hi, and welcome to another episode of the For the Fans podcast. I got my good friend here, Brody, as my co-host, and we also got my little friend here, Larry Bird, with us as well.
Today we are going to come out with another episode idea, which is basically just buying or selling. So it's kind of you can either be buying someone's stock or selling someone's stock. And to buy someone's stock means that you believe in them, and to sell someone's stock would essentially be meaning that you don't really believe in them, or that you think that they are in turn going to get worse if you're selling their stock, and if you're buying their stock, it means you think that they will improve.
Right.
We'll take this from just many different ways as we go throughout this video, but I hope that you guys can all understand where we're coming from here. But with that, Ryan, I will start off. Ryan, are you buying or selling Pascal Siakam stock going into the year 2023?
That's a kind of a tough one, but I'd go with sell.
You would be selling
What would you do?
I think I'd actually be doing the opposite. I would be minorly buying Pascal Siakam was a stock. I would be minorly buying his stock.
Yeah, for me, if I were to buy, it would be a minor.
Yeah, I think that he very much will be an all-star this year.
Yeah.
I think he's getting to the point where he might even be a lock in the East.
Yeah.
And he had a couple recent 50-point games. Pascal Siakam has very much been a bright spot for the Raptors. So as a result, I think that I would buy his stock, and I think that he will continue to get better through this year. Next season is a completely different conversation, as he seems to be the type of player that wavers around. But
yeah, I mean, for me, I'm kind of like, when I see a player like that playing really well, I feel like he's playing above like what he even is. So like, for me, I think after the All-Star break, I don't really know if he's going to keep it up. That's why I have a little bit of uncertainty when I'm like thinking about buying the stock.
I actually totally respect that, because I could see that coming either way.
Because yeah, thinking of like somebody of a mind like in finance and stuff like that, like you're thinking about the risk reward here.
Is Pascal Siakam going to keep on getting better?
Yeah.
Or is Pascal Siakam going to fall off the face of the earth?
Right.
Definitely. Do you have another one?
I would say I want to take a little bit of a transition here to just artists and music. Would you buy or sell on Post Malone?
That's a very interesting one, because I do not know if he is going to drop. The last album inevitably wasn't that great. If we're talking the year 2023, I would be somewhere in between being neutral on Post Malone and buying Post Malone, because like the last album was so kind of just bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't well marketed. It didn't really have many legitimate hits.
No.
It was kind of a mess. And I mean, it was also kind of just a depresso album.
Yeah.
Aside from the one song, which was the happier song, which may have been the worst song of the year.
Right.
Why was that Dua Lipa? Why was she on that song?
I don't know. But yeah.
But
I mean, I think it's a lot asking Post Malone to return to what he was like 2018, 2019, even before that. But still, I think this year was a little bit of a letdown for sure. And I don't expect him to drop this year, honestly. Yeah. So that's why I'm selling.
That's why, yeah. I feel like in that case, I would.
I mean, dude, I'm a huge fan of his music. But
I would probably just remain.
But if we're talking about buying and selling here, then like sadly, I'm gonna have to take that side there.
Yeah, no, I'm more neutral. I think I would sell on.
Would you say like just like a minor sell?
Yeah, it'd be probably a minor sell.
Yeah.
Like Post Malone, just because like he dropped the new album, and he's not the type of person who goes around and drops albums all the time.
No.
Akin to like a Drake.
Yeah.
But I think that is definitely the case. My next question for you: are you buying or selling on Drake?
mean, for me personally, like I would say sell because I think his music has been going downhill. But I would say my actual answer is buy because I think everybody's gonna want to listen to a Drake album, and I expect him to drop probably twice, maybe even 3 times this year, because that's kind of been what's been trending as of recently. So
His
like,
thing.
yeah, so like everybody, even if people like go into the album like thinking like it's probably gonna be trash, like they're still gonna listen to it.
That is very much
So
true.
like because Drake has just
Even
such a big influence on
on pop culture.
yeah,
Even
pop
something
culture.
such as like Honestly Nevermind, where like the majority of those songs were just straight up trash.
Right.
Like Drake just wanted to do his own thing on that album, and I kind of
Yeah.
respect that.
Yeah, exactly.
it's
Yeah, I mean even though I was
The one
a
thing
huge
that I
fan
will
of
s-
it, I still listen to it, so you still got
The
you
one
still
thing
got
that I will say
streams.
about Honestly Nevermind, where it comes to Drake, was he clearly showed that he has the talent to still do rapping with
Yeah.
Jimmy Cooks, which may be my song of the year. As bad as that sounds. As bad as that maybe sounds. That entire song is just straight bars. Like,
Yeah.
But
Well, yeah, I mean, we would like to see more out of that from him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm still buying just because of just like how big he is.
definitely. Yeah, no. I'm kind of a little bit mixed on it. I think I'm neutral because I feel like he'll probably drop another project. It'll probably be really, really bloated. There will be 3 to 4 legitimate great hits on it, and the rest of it will be kind of mid.
Yeah.
That's what I've learned to expect from Drake. You get a couple of elite songs where you're like, I will bump this in the entire year, aka something like Jimmy Cooks.
Yeah.
But at the same point in time, you're gonna get bloated albums with 25 songs, and maybe 3 of them are gonna be hits, and then the others are not.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
I mean,
not.
you should know being in the industry a lot. I think you should just focus more on quality over quantity. But I think he is really doing what he
Wants
what he wants to do with his music right now, even if that goes against the popular opinion, which you can respect for like artists not selling out.
Yeah.
Like a lot of them do.
Yeah.
So.
No. Will you buy or sell on 21 Savage in 2023?
That's another tough one for me. Well, he did lose a lot of respect from a lot of rap heads after his comments about NAS. But I don't think that made any impact really on his career.
I agree. I don't think that makes much of an impact.
But I think I'm gonna buy because I still think he's gonna drop at some point this year.
Or even if he's not.
Even if he doesn't drop, I know he's gonna be featured on most of Drake's albums and a lot of other like big artists.
He was the king of the feature in this year, undoubtedly, and his whole thing is that he kind of makes a lot of money on just being an awesome feature on whatever you put him on, and his style is so just influential. But also, he shows through a lot of his music that he's a lot more talented than people I feel like give him credit for.
Yeah.
He has a lot more versatility in his rap than I feel like a lot of people are really giving him credit for. I'm still waiting for him to drop some sort of album where the mainstream fully embraces it.
Yeah, I mean, Savage Mode 2 kind of was a little bit of a letdown for me.
Oh, yeah.
Especially from, like, mainstream listeners, too. They were probably expecting more just, like, big hits and stuff like that out of that album.
Yes.
That they didn't really get, but...
There's one thing that I will say about Savage Mode 2. That intro with Morgan Freeman makes me want to run through a wall.
Oh, yeah. No.
That intro is...
No, I definitely agree.
That intro is just something special. Like,
yeah.
I think that intro might be the best thing on that entire album.
Yeah, and he also has that close partnership with Metro Boomin, obviously.
Yes.
And he's really taken off at the end of this year, which leads me into just a bit of the easier one. You buying or selling a Metro Boomin?
You gotta buy a Metro
Boomin. I knew that what your answer was going to be.
I mean, I didn't listen to a lot of the Heroes and Villains album.
Yeah.
But like, it seems like everybody's bumping that thing,
Yeah.
and it seems to be a really, really good album. And he has just everybody on there, from like John Legend to The Weeknd to 21 Savage to Future to just about everybody.
But
So,
yeah, I mean, if you're looking throughout the whole year, though, eventually people are going to stop listening to that. So that's why it comes like a little fishy at that point, because you don't know if he's going to drop anything else after that. But I think he's like really in the zone right now, though.
He'll produce hits for somebody. It might be Drake, it might be 21, it might be Future, it might be The Weeknd.
Yeah, and people have no idea how much like producers make off of like just selling somebody like even a beat, or just like being in the studio with the artist. Like they're making a lot of profits.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So yeah.
My next question: are you buying or selling on Butler men's basketball in 2023? Let's get personal.
Oof. I mean, yeah. I mean, I've been following a little bit, but I think I'm selling, sadly.
I think it was very much like a major selling until the Georgetown game.
Yeah.
Where they blew them out by 30. And these next couple games are very much because they need to beat the ball. If they lose to the ball, I'm going to sell all my stock on this team.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you're going to need to beat either Villanova or Seton Hall.
Right.
Maybe even both.
Yeah.
If you don't do that, if you don't come out at least 3-4 or 4-3, yeah.
No, I mean, for me, I just need to see a little bit of more consistency first.
The offense is brutal.
Yeah, I'm gonna need the inconsistency is there right now. So like once I start seeing, if I see like a good like 4 or 5 game win streak in the Big East, like I'll start to be impressed. But right now I'm selling. I mean, I know. I mean, I don't know if I would have bought the stock in the first place.
Yeah.
But next year, I think their 2024 stock is going to be pretty high.
Yeah, I know.
Because I think they're only going to get better with their coach.
I think that they need to start hitting shots. That is a big thing, and that the offense needs to flow better, which it currently isn't. I mean, there are a whole bunch of people who were really, really cold, notably, going into this Georgetown game. I'm talking Harris, Lukoskis, and Jaden Taylor were just noticeably like on ice throughout the first 3 games of the Big East. The only one who wasn't. Oh, and also Eric Hunter was also just not shooting the ball well. But they shot like 65% in the Georgetown game.
Yeah.
Which, is that not sustainable? No. But is it also not sustainable that they're going to shoot 10% from 3 throughout the entire season?
Yes.
No, they're a college basketball team. They shouldn't be doing that. And if they are doing that, you might need to,
Yeah. No, I mean, and Butler also, they have a good support staff there too. They have Greg Oden teaching the bigs and stuff like that. Like a guy with that much experience too is gonna help. From what Brody's told me, I'm pretty sure a lot of the players are pretty happy with the coaches and stuff like that. They've had like even some players return and not transfer out after the last coach firing. So that means that the coach really got them to buy in. And just, go along the trajectory of the process that they're trying to do.
The game is all about making shots, and the question is, will they make shots?
Right.
My next question for you is, are you buying or selling Indiana men's basketball?
Definitely selling.
I am 100% with you.
I think them being like top 10 in the nation to start the year was already crazy enough.
Yes.
I thought they were so overrated. They did get like some good recruits to come in. Jackson Davis, he's a really good player for them too. But there's just such a lack of shooting there. Such a lack of shooting. They can't shoot well enough from 3. it's really, I mean, their big man like can't really expand the floor that much. He's kind of limited into the paint, which sometimes can work in college basketball, but you need shooters, and it's just I've seen it year in year. I've seen these teams that are just like one knockdown shooter away, like from being like a Final Four team, you know.
Yeah.
But
My next question: are you buying or selling the University of Connecticut men's basketball?
I mean, after their most recent loss, you would think. I mean, I would think about selling because I think that might show that they're a bit overhyped. But I'm actually gonna buy because um, I think them losing to Xavier was kind of a fluke. I think they're actually still a good team in my eyes.
Yeah.
I think
Xavier
they're
is
still
also
gonna-
gone up to number 18 in the nation.
Yeah, so I mean, I definitely still think that UConn's going to win the Big East, and in my eyes, a top 4 seed this year.
I agree. The bigs on UConn are just straight up incredible. They have 2 bigs who nobody else in the conference can even guard, even if they want to. Trust me, I've had to witness that the hard way. But I would just say that it's kind of interesting based on what you think could happen. My next question for you, or would you like to go something for me? You can go something for me.
Well, I mean, I would say, would you buy or sell on Purdue?
I think I'm going to buy on Purdue. I might just hold Purdue. I don't think that I'd be out there buying stock in Purdue. But if I had Purdue stock, I'm holding it.
Yeah.
I'm not getting rid of it.
For me, I thought that this was going to be like a kind of like a rebuilding year for them, because they're a young team. They have a lot of like freshmen starting, like just like random like guys that they pulled out of Indiana that I had like no idea who they were before they came there, and they're like lighting it up. And then they got Zach Edey playing center for them, the 7'4" giant, who's just looked like the best player in the Big Ten this year, and a potential even All-American this year.
Yeah.
By the way he's been playing. But I don't know. The experience isn't there for me though.
Yeah.
And that's the issue. So if I were gonna sell on them to like, if I were gonna buy like for them to like win the Big Ten or like do something like that, if we were playing like a little bit of a gambling game here or something like that, I would not pick them to go far in the tournament.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the experience is there.
Are you buying or selling Josh Allen in the upcoming playoffs?
That's
The
a
Bills
difficult
one. The Bills one. Not the Bills one, not the Jaguars one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. I mean, you would think I would have a little bit of a bias here, but I think I'm gonna buy.
You're going to buy Josh Allen.
Because I think this year he's had a problem with giving the ball away. Rather that be fumbles or even throwing intercept. I mean, he's thrown like 20-something interceptions this year. But just the other numbers he's been able to put up this year kind of just outweigh the negatives that he's had this year, because they've still been able to win games. And I think he was phenomenal in the playoffs last year.
Yes.
And I think with the more experience that he's gaining every year, I'm going to buy.
I agree, because I feel like the Josh Allen stock right now is being the cheapest that it's ever been.
Yeah, and going into the year, the Bills were my favorite to win the whole thing. Right now, not really. They lost Von Miller. Their defensive line has been able to step up pretty well even after that injury, but yeah, but I'm still buying on Josh Allen.
Yeah, no. I would say probably the same, because the stock's at the lowest that it's ever been.
Yeah.
The one quarterback who I'm really buying stock on is Joe Burrow, but it should be interesting to see what happens.
I know you are big on the Bengals going far this year. So.
I'm a Steelers fan, and I'm big on the Bengals going far this year. What has happened?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just gotta be realistic.
Yeah.
And put those grudges aside. That's what I just did there with Josh Allen.
Yes,
so.
exactly.
I mean, as being a Jets fan, like, every day I wish we picked Josh Allen over Sam Darnold. And yeah, my dad always reminds me, he's like, yeah, we really missed out on this one. And I'm like,
every day I wake up and I realize that we could have had Lamar Jackson, but we have Terrell Evans. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We're not going through it right now. We are not going through it. But
yeah, I mean, as a Jets fan, I think we are, though.
and that is another episode of the For the Fans podcast. My name is Brody McGowan, and this is Ryan Patterson. Right up here, we have our brand new flag. These are in our store, as well as sweatshirts and a whole bunch of other cool things, such as phone cases. And you can go check out all of our merch in our store. So please go do that. Thank you. We're good.
All right. Awesome.
Well, hopefully have the storage.
Yeah.